best fight in town are here. Kaiju Number 9 really can't be underestimated. Even though the cooperation between KAFKA and MINA was able to put Kaiju Number 9 on the verge of death to make the core of his body exposed, Kaiju Number 9 still looked relaxed and underestimated them all. But an unexpected thing appeared during that tense moment. Captain Isao, as the owner of Kaiju Number 2, who had been absorbed by Kaiju Number 9, he managed to take his body consciousness and bring out his soul that was inside Kaiju Number 9. But unfortunately, Captain Isao did not fully succeed in taking over the consciousness. But with that, it became an advantage for KAFKA. He released a push of electromagnetic energy from both hands, and with the help of the rocket on his elbow, the resulting electricity flow looked very powerful. As a result, as soon as the energy hit its target, Kaiju Number 9's core organs were instantly hollowed out until they penetrated his backside. Then will this be the end for Kaiju Number 9? Hello guys, today is May Day. Manga Kaiju Number 8, Chapter 112 is here. But before that, like and subscribe first, guys. And if you want to watch the previous episodes, you can check out the Kaiju Number 8 playlist on my channel. And let's get started. The chapter begins with MINA getting ready to use her big cannon. But unfortunately, after using it to eradicate Kaiju Number 14, the ammunition for her shots is now low. The operator said that now MINA only had one magazine of ammunition. And because of this, the situation became very bad. Where KAFKA, who has a time limit, is not much, MINA also has to deal with limited bullets. But without hesitation, MINA immediately entered the fight. And after making sure there was no damage to the weapon, she fired the cannon. Well, when she saw MINA preparing to fire, unfortunately, Kaiju Number 9 had already put up his shield. It was a large shield that could protect his entire body. But amazingly and unexpectedly, MINA's shot was able to penetrate his defense. With a very powerful output, the shot was able to make Kaiju Number 9's large shield completely destroyed. As a result, his body and hands were torn apart, leaving his core organs exposed. Thanks to MINA's efforts, a golden opportunity for KAFKA finally came. With his core organs unprotected, KAFKA's attack would be a terrifying attack for Kaiju Number 9. Especially at this time, KAFKA still has one technique he hasn't shown yet. And sure enough, that's when KAFKA appeared before Kaiju Number 9 and prepared to launch his attack. But instead of feeling panicked, Number 9 looks amazed. He praised KAFKA and MINA's strategy that could make him cornered. Kaiju Number 9 still seems confident because it turns out he has a surprise plan. That's when the second shield appears around Kaiju Number 9's exposed core organs. So, with 2 Daikaiju powers in his body, Kaiju Number 9 has 2 shield ammunition at his disposal. This means he can use both shields to protect different limbs at the same time. And while Kaiju Number 9's shield was destroyed by MINA's shots, he still had shield number 2 to protect his core organs. Kaiju Number 9 arrogantly felt that he would win. He believed that he could recover while continuing to withstand KAFKA's attacks. And after that, he only had to return to attack with his full strength. KAFKA himself was hesitant to continue launching his attack, because with the shield, he was not sure he could destroy Kaiju Number 9's core organs in one attack. Because with that condition, KAFKA currently only had one technique that he had not yet demonstrated. Finally, feeling that there was no chance left, KAFKA chose to continue attacking. That's when he unleashed his finishing attack. But before KAFKA's attack landed, a surprise came from a third party. Kaiju Number 9's body suddenly skipped a beat. That's when Number 9 felt his control over Kaiju Number 2 suddenly disappear. And because of that, we can see how Kaiju Number 2's head also disappeared from Kaiju Number 9's body. Apparently, inside Kaiju Number 9, Captain Isao's remaining consciousness is fighting back. Isao, who was believed to be unable to fight back like the other victims, managed to take control of his Kaiju Number 2's power. And seeing this action, Number 9 is surprised at how much power Captain Isao still has. From the inside, Isao was seen smothering Kaiju Number 9 and stripping Kaiju Number 2 of his powers. As a result, the shield that was currently protecting his core organs was made to fall off. Not only that, a part of Isao's face even briefly appears on Kaiju Number 9's head. And this seems to indicate that Isao had also almost taken over Kaiju Number 9's body. This is a very terrible resistance from the former strongest warrior of mankind. Although it was only temporary, Kafka shed tears when he saw Isao's face in front of him. As if seeing a moving heroic act, Kafka was encouraged to continue his attack. But Kaiju Number 9 didn't just give up, even though the situation was now reversed. After Isao's interference stopped, Kaiju Number 9 immediately used his special powers. That's when around his body appeared explosive balloons ready to attack mass. Kafka, who was right in front of him, didn't have time to dodge. As a result, successive explosions were seen happening right where Kafka was standing. But it turns out, MINA has also fired her shots. With a more powerful output, MINA's shots were seen successfully blocking Number 9's attack and protecting Kafka. Even with the power launched by MINA, the shot was able to make Kaiju Number 9's arm break. Thanks to MINA's actions, another golden opportunity presented itself to Kafka. With Number 9 having lost an arm and the shield on his core organs, he was now a defenseless target. And sure enough, from behind the explosion, Kafka appeared and prepared to attack Kaiju Number 9. This is where Kafka used his last combination martial arts move. Growing a booster rocket at his elbow, Kafka prepares to unleash a deadly attack. And once again, in the face of this precarious situation, Kaiju Number 9 smiled and praised the efforts of his opponents. He seemed amazed at how humanity was always able to push past their limits and exceed his expectations. So, instead of feeling terrified because his life was on the verge of death, Number 9 could still admire his opponent like an object of curiosity. But unlike before, Kafka's attack this time managed to hit Kaiju Number 9. Through a modification of Isao's technique, Kafka released a push of electromagnetic energy from both hands, and, with the help of rockets on his elbows, the electricity generated looked very powerful. As a result, once the energy hit its target, Kaiju Number 9's core organs were instantly hollowed out and pierced through its backside. In fact, the energy boost was so powerful that the debris behind Kaiju Number 9 was blown away. This is Kafka's ultimate attack on Kaiju Number 9. In this chapter, we witness the collaboration between Kafka and MINA at their strongest. With her signature cannon, MINA is able to create several golden opportunities for Kafka to attack the core of Kaiju Number 9. But even though the cooperation between Kafka and MINA is extraordinary, the most valuable player in this chapter is definitely the heroic actions of Isao Shinomiya. So when Kaiju Number 9 absorbs humans and other kaiju, some sort of consciousness is still stored in its body. And when they are absorbed, it is still possible for them to fight back. This is what MINA had shown before, and thanks to Kafka's help, MINA managed to get out of Kaiju Number 9's grip. But if there is no help after being absorbed for a long time, the consciousness of these humans will slowly fade. Even earlier, Number 9 said that the ancient soldiers he had absorbed were also unable to provide resistance. But here, Captain Isao is able to surface and show his strength. Captain Isao, who is like the core of Kaiju Number 2, is able to take control of his Kaiju Number 2 power from the hands of Number 9. In fact, because of the great power he showed, Captain Isao seemed to be able to almost take over the body of Kaiju Number 9. Unfortunately, it only lasted for a moment. From here, there might be a question. Is this a sign that Captain Isao can still be saved? But the answer may still be impossible. Aside from the fact that his body has merged with the kaiju, Isao's consciousness can't fully take over. So when Number 9's core organs are destroyed, all the creatures he absorbed will also likely perish. This chapter is also a perfect farewell for Isao. This is where we get to see a very heroic ending for this legendary warrior, and Isao's desperation and persistence to tackle Number 9 seems to be the perfect farewell to the next generation. But is this chapter also a farewell for Kaiju Number 9? The answer is still quite a question mark. First, we can see how Number 9 even looks happy when he is about to be killed. Perhaps this suits his mad scientist-like nature, so even at the last moment, he prefers to admire the object that satisfies his curiosity. But it's possible that this also indicates a backup plan that he has prepared. Keep in mind, Kaiju Number 9 has previously shown the ability to duplicate itself. And what if the Number 9 that Kafka is fighting is not the only Number 9 on Earth? So, the Kaiju Number 9 currently fighting may hold the greatest power, but there's a chance that somewhere else there's another duplicate Kaiju Number 9 that might be weaker. And this makes it so that Kaiju number 9 can't be completely wiped off the face of the Earth. Because even if he loses here, he'll just be weaker in the other figure. And in the future, this villain will reappear with new powers. Secondly, there is also a chance that Kaiju number 9 has a backup plan that will activate when he is killed. Just like Kaiju number 10 created a giant bomb, Kaiju number 9 could also send a parting gift to humanity. And if this happens, even if Kaiju number 9 loses, the danger in this war is not over yet. Moreover, there was also a build-up that seemed to indicate that Kikoru, Narumi, and Hoshina would join the fight. So there could be a final attack phase that Kaiju number 9 has prepared. Finally, there is also the possibility of Kaiju number 8's rampage. So even though Kaiju number 9 was declared defeated in this chapter, the danger is not really over yet. KAFKA, who previously had 20 seconds left, may have missed his time limit. If this happens, he won't be able to take back his body, and Kaiju number 8 will end up out of control again. This is where the battle between Kaiju number 8 and the other soldiers might come from. And for all the sacrifices KAFKA has made, something might happen to him. The point is, given that there are still mysteries that have yet to be revealed, especially about number 9, I feel that this is not the end of this arc. But I also hope that the ending that will be presented later is not too stalled. So what do you think, guys? Do you feel that this is the end of KAFKA's battle against Kaiju number 9? Or will there be a more epic battle if Kaiju number 9 really has a body in another place that he has duplicated? Like and subscribe. I'm Nim. See you on the next Kaiju episode. And if you want to watch the previous episode, you can check out Kaiju playlist number 8 on my channel. Bye-bye, guys.